Paul Weep Grana Weep Ninny Bong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream here on twitch.tv/Engineer Hoist. If you're watching the replay, thank you for being a YouTube watcher, hopefully a subscriber. Hint, hint. So let's start off. I start off the stream before because we started a little bit early to start with the question of the day. Honestly, I was at a little bit of a loss, but I asked, since we got Doubledealer coming out, I was like, obviously he's a mercenary, he plays both sides, but do you think he swings more Autobot or Decepticon? We had a few people who are Doubledealer's fairly new to him, and that's good. We'll talk about that. But it was kind of mixed. Some people were saying Decepticon, some people were saying Autobot. I like the one point. Sorry, I forgot who it was. Point Optimus Prime 282 says he thinks he's a little bit more of a Decepticon based on his color scheme. That's very true. That's kind of how I look at it too. So shout out to all of you. Optimus Prime 282, Big Bronze Rims in the house, Big D's here, Evil Teacher, Vortimus. We got a couple of Optimus Primes in the house. Gunfire is here, Crusher, Dojack, Silverbolt, Jared Barber. A lot of familiar names, familiar faces. Thank you, as always, for swinging by live. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this weekend's event. And I do have some crystals. Hopefully you were able to see the rung bundle we pulled. We still got him sitting up here. Got the 3-star, but I jumped on a sandstorm bundle, so we'll do that after the news. But this weekend's event is called Bidding War, as that's kind of why we're talking about Doubledealer here, because the Autobots and Decepticons will be bidding for him. We'll get to that in a minute, but for the event, it's an alliance event, so gather your members and take part in the event to win up to 30 random battle boosters, 75,000 spark, 3,000 prime core shards, 7.5 million alloy and energon, and up to 30 shard crystals, giving you a chance to get premium 3-star or 4-star shards. It is a prestige event. Starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time. There are 30 prestiges and there's triple XP throughout the event. To participate, you have to be level 4 and be in an alliance, and I think you probably know how to play the events by now. The battle zones are the flat battle zones, so you earn 10 battle points regardless of whether you're battling in Zone 1 or Zone 15. So take advantage of that fact if you want to level your bots, if you need to drop a couple zones to try to solo some bases and get a little extra XP or whatever, because it doesn't hurt the alliance by doing so. Here is the list of the prizes for each prestige. You start off with getting some alloy, then some spark, a random battle boost, and those will open automatically. That was a new thing they did last event, where instead of getting a little chest that you open at your leisure, it just opened automatically, so you will see that again. When you hit that point in there, you will just see the boost that you get. And then you'll get some energon and 100 prime core shards, which will be great because I'm a little more than 1,000 away from getting my final prime core. So I think we'll be able to get through 11 prestiges, so that would be great. We'll be popping an Alpha Trion prime core. So I'm looking forward to that. And then you finish it off after 1,000 points per prestige, getting a shard crystal. They didn't say whether those would open automatically or not, but I guess we'll see how those go. And in the shard crystals, you can get 200 premium shards, 150 3-star shards, or 100 4-star shards, with an equal chance for each of those 3 prizes. Next up is we learn a little bit more about Doubledealer. We don't know his abilities yet. But we did get a little bit of a bio. And as suggested by his name, double dealing comes as second nature for Doubledealer. As a master in deception, he presents himself differently whether he deals with the Autobots or the Decepticons. This is why he will have a different bio depending on who he's siding with. Now that right there kind of gives you a hint where he's kind of more of a Decepticon at heart, because he's a master in deception. I mean, it's Decepticons. Doesn't that raise any red flags? So... throw back to the or call back to the Bumblebee movie there. But yeah, so the Autobot bio is much longer than the Decepticons. That's why it's a little bit smaller font, but it reads thusly. I don't know where I'm coming up with these words. Though not devoid of empathy, everything for Doubledealer is a calculation. Largely, what's in it for me? His loyalty is earned, but only with cold, hard currency. As a quote-unquote soldier of fortune, the Doubledealer offers his considerable services in a large dash of moral flexibility to the highest bidder. As a triple changer with his bird of prey beast mode and missile truck vehicular mode, he likes to think he's worth the price tag. Naturally, this attitude makes it very hard for the Autobots to trust Doubledealer, but they know once he's taken on a job, he always sees it through, to the bitter end. And for the Decepticons, Doubledealer's mercenary credentials mean he's equally happy working for the Decepticons as he is for the Autobots. In fact, the absence of noble causes and selfless motivations eases his conscience. There's no ambiguity in the arrangement. He's in and out clean, as he likes to see it. Now, I wonder if this is truly the Decepticon bio. This is what was presented in the newsletter, but this seems more like a middle-of-the-road kind of a bio. But so I'm presenting it as a Decepticon bio because that's what they said in the newsletter. Time will tell if this actually holds up or if there's a little bit better one like we saw for the Autobots. Either way, yeah, he's definitely a mercenary. Even though he looks like a Decepticon, feels like a Decepticon, tastes like a Decepticon. He's really just middle of the ground. Whoever pays him more, he's going to work for. That as a good mercenary should. And that's basically it for the newsletter and the events. There's the link for where we stream live Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/EngineerHoist. You can also follow me at EngineerHoist on Instagram and Twitter for infrequent behind-the-scenes content. Okay, so before we get to the crystal cracking, let's talk a little more about Doubledealer. I did get the Earthrise Doubledealer. So here he is. This is the figure that the character in the game is based on. And so you can see a really good likeness there. One of the things I really like about this figure is these panels on his arms. You can see he's got an Autobot on one side and a Decepticon on the other. And really, you can choose which one that you want because it's a panel that flips up. You can have him both be an Autobot, or you can flip the panels down and have him be a Decepticon. So it goes true to his nature where he'll work for either one. Now, one of the things I did happen to pick up since we got them is I got the Soundwave Spy Patrol Generation Selects figures. So I got his two. They were Power Master partners at the time, Scar and Knock. So the Knock was the Power Master partner that allowed him to change into the Autobot, and Scar was the Power Master that allowed him to change into the Decepticon. And originally, the vehicle mode was the neutral, the robot mode was the Autobot, and the bird mode was the Decepticon. Back in G1 on the original toy. For Earthrise and for the game, the character himself, robot and everything, is completely neutral, and he will swing Autobot or Decepticon, whichever that he prefers, or whoever based on who pays more. And so yeah, he does have the badge. He can be Autobot or Decepticon, your choice, basically. One of the neat features about these characters is being based on the tapes. That's basically what these are. These are basically the tapes from like Soundwave. So let me just go ahead and get him transformed. So basically, there you go. There is Knock in his tape mode or Power Master mode. So the cool feature is you can actually take his chest and open it up, spin it around, and then close it back up, and they will fit into the chest, very similar to how the Siege Soundwave works. So it's a really cool feature if you happen to have picked up the Generation Selects. You know, honestly, I wasn't even going to pick him up until I realized that, yes, indeed, his Power Master partner friends were in that. And along with that, I got Rumble or Frenzy, if you prefer, and Wing Thing. We're also in that set. So there you go. And that's basically it for the news and Double Dealer. Vortimus got a third 4-star today for Thrust. Oh, that's a good one. And from a free crystal, even better. That's awesome, man. So how about we do some crystal cracking now that we got that done? We can talk a little bit more about Double Dealer as we go along if you guys have questions. But they did happen to have a Sandstorm bundle, and I would really like to get Sandstorm. So I got the bundle. It also came with a few premium shards, so I split the difference. Got half in Autobot and half in Decepticon. Red Alert! Good to see you! Let's crack these Decepticon premiums, see what kind of duplicates we get. Start off with a Reflector. And then we get Straxus. The toy he was based on is actually called Darkmount, which probably for trademark reasons, Darkmount was actually Straxus's fortress name back in G1. A little bit of trivia about Straxus there. So there's Tantrum. What's your news, Optimus, Rodimus? Let us know. Spill the beans. Yeah, we got a Ripper Snapper. Okay, so not much out of those Decepticon premiums. How about the Autobots? Got a Dinobot. Vortimus, kind of want the dupes now, but needs only 2 more to get the 5-star. Yeah, it seems like you always get new... You don't get the dupes when you're only 1 or 2 duplicates away from a 5-star. It seems that's when you start actually dropping new bots. The one time that you actually want duplicates, you tend to not get them. But that's definitely been the case for me for at least 2 times. Red Alert is saying if you're in the U.S., check your local Ross. They're getting Siege figures in. Yeah, I actually just saw one of the people I know found a Siege Starscream and a Siege Springer over there. So that's a good tip. Thank you for sharing that, Red Alert. And we got a 3-star Power Glide. Very cool. Now, let's go for these Sandstorm crystals. Let's see if we can manage to pull out that 4-star Sandstorm, or if it's just going to be another dupe party. So we got a Dust Up. Speaking of the last time we cracked some crystals last week, I did send that surprise Windblade. She's at level 40 in the lab right now. And did manage to get my 5-star Ratchet to level 50 finally. So he's actually in the lab researching right now as well. So once he gets out, I can actually enjoy Rung. Optimus Rodimus, his good news is a 4-star Slug and Pipes and Rung and Caliburst and 6-gun. That's pretty awesome, man. Congrats. There's an Impactor. It's a 3-star version. Cool. Give me some 4-star shards. I like it. I like it. That's the Sky Striker version of Jetfire. There's a Sandstorm. Just not the right flavor. So like I said, the Autobots and Decepticons have taste. That's the wrong flavor. It's only a 2-star flavor, not the 4-star. I paused for a second, but we know that doesn't mean anything anymore. It used to get me excited. I don't hardly get excited anymore. I'm just like, you're just tricking me. Silly Space Bridge. We are getting a string of Sandstorms here. They're all still the 2-star flavor. Thought I was going to do something there for a second, because it did have a little bit more of a pause, but no, it just gave us a 2-star Windblade. See, it just doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything. I just said I wasn't going to get excited, and then I just immediately got excited for no reason again. Vortimus, yeah, 6-second pause just to see a duplicate 2-star Ironhide. I feel your pain, brother. There's RC. Got a string of fembots coming through right now. Let's get back to Sandstorm. Maybe slap on a couple extra stars to the ones that you've been giving me. Keeping the fembots rolling with the slash. And there's Cosmos. He's not a fembot. Sandstorm is a little gritty. Haha! I understood that reference. And there's the boss bot himself, Optimus Prime. Although Cheetor you would say that about Optimus Primal. You can still say it about Optimus Prime, though. Yep, Slash is a girl Optimus Prime there. Heard Anakin doesn't like Sandstorm much. I understood that reference, too. And there's Jumpstream. Dojak found his 9th 5-star last weekend. Wow, congrats. Bombshell, that's a good one. Devastator, they have not released that brawl yet. So if that Mastermind Creations Ocular Max, once I get him, I'll let y'all know. But I haven't even seen that he's in stock anywhere yet. He's getting close because I've been seeing pictures of him, but haven't seen any close. Okay, last Sandstorm Crystal. It's another duplicate. Okay, that's Perceptor, the counterpart for Bombshell. Okay, so that's how crystal crackings usually go. I do have one more in here, so let's see. What is that one? That is probably a 3-star crystal. You know, I'm going to use that on my Decepticon side because that's more likely to get a new bot, although I'm pretty stacked on Decepticon 3-stars as well. And that one gives me a duplicate Mind Wipe. Alrighty. Crusher says his 4-star Sandstorm is ready for the shop. Can't wait for the lab to be free. Yeah, that's one of the few 4-stars that I don't have that I really would like to have. There's not many that I'm really hoping for. Obviously, I want to get the Technobots, Strafe and Lightspeed, because we know we're building to Computron, and I'd like to get Computron. I'm all set with Nose Cone. I've got the 3 and the 4 stars of Nose Cone, but Strafe and Lightspeed's very new. But Strafe's been out for a while, but no 3-star, no 4-star Strafe, and I'd like to. I actually have a 3-star Thrust even for my Decepticon side, but no Strafe, no Strafe. That's okay. He'll come. Let's see. All it takes is coins. Oh, for the 2 days for the for the slot. Yeah, that's one thing I generally don't spend coins on in the game. Is skipping research time. The longer research time. I'll skip the level 10. I'll skip the level 20. Sometimes I'll skip the level 30, depending on how strongly I want to level the bot. But usually once I get to 40, where it's the 3-day leveling time, that's usually where I just set them in there. I set it and forget it, as they say. Certainly on the 6-day, that's far more coins than I want to spend. I have skipped the level 40 research a few times because it was a good bot. I want to say Cup was one of the ones where I actually skipped that and just kept going. And I can't remember off the top of my head all of them. I think I may have done that with Red Alert as well. Some of the 5-star bots usually I might go ahead and spend the coins to skip the 3-day research because maybe I've got an XP core on them and I'm just really power leveling strong. But generally I don't skip anything more than the level 10 and 20 research. Sometimes the 30. Rarely the 40, and I have yet to ever skip the level 50. Nor do I ever expect to skip the level 50. But hey, it's up to you however you want to do it. And yeah, the coins, if you're free to play and it's hard for you to find coins, I would say don't skip anything. Definitely save your coins for your build bots. Once you've got your build bots, then do however you want to. Maybe you spend them on some premiums, maybe skip a cooldown here or there. But generally, if you're free to play, I wouldn't waste the coins on any kind of skipping research time or build time, because all you got to do is wait. You just got to have some patience. Dojack's right. You just pay for impatience. I think that's going to do it for the news. Those of you on Twitch, just go ahead and stick around and we'll hang out for a little bit afterwards. If you're watching the replay, head on over to twitch.tv/EngineerHoist Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, so you can watch live and hang out afterwards if you choose. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends, and we'll see you next time.